This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Residents of one East Manatee County development continue voicing their concerns over a proposed housing development right in their backyard. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us now with more on what exactly residents are concerned about and how the developer is responding. Rick?
Yeah, Haley, a developer is looking to squeeze dozens of homes into a wooded area. People who live there aren't too happy about this. Thousands of folks are speaking out against a proposed development, with more than 3,000 signing a petition. Neal Communities wants to build 32 homes in a wooded area near the Braden River in East Manatee. Gary Hebert's home in Braden Woods is right up against that wooded area. He and other residents have formed a group called Friends of Keep Woods in the fight against this type of development.
I've seen a lot of changes, and I understand that we're going to have new development that's good for the economy, but we want it to be a sensible type of development.
Brenda Russell recently moved to Braden Woods after working in public policy for 30 years in Washington, D.C. Her big concerns are for the wildlife and for the Braden River, which provides drinking water for the city of Bradenton.
When you're putting that many houses close together, there's going to be a lot of runoff, and the only place it's going to have to go is right towards the river. So we're very concerned about maintaining the pristine shape of the river.
The Keep Woods members are also pushing for Manatee County to buy the 33 acres so they can turn it into a nature preserve. Signs like this could be seen all around this Braden Woods development. People who live here are hoping their voices are being heard. Next up in all this, the developer will be meeting with the Manatee County Planning Commission on Thursday. The developer will be requesting to have the land rezoned, asking the Planning Commission that they be allowed to build 4 homes per acre instead of the allowed 1 home per acre.
If it was developed according to the way the surrounding communities were developed, that would be one thing, but they're actually trying to compact a lot of homes into a very small area and decimate the natural habitat.
But Pat Neal of Neal Communities says in a statement that the company's plan is focused on preserving as much of the environment as possible. It also states that Neal has reached out many times to the surrounding neighbors of the Mayara property. However, they have declined. And after the Planning Commission, it's scheduled to go in front of Manatee County Commissioners on August 4th. Haley, back to you.
All right, a very contentious issue. Thank you, Rick. And now we'll get a check on our forecast. Not so bad of an evening, Bob, even though it was very hot this afternoon.
And we had a tornado reported in northeast Manatee County. Speaking of Manatee County, near the Braden Woods area, we had this up near Duet, a tornado sighted, not Doppler indicated, but actually sighted by someone near Duet just around 7 o'clock. No damage associated with it, and it was a rather small tornado that went quickly back into the storm, and then eventually that storm moved off to the west. Some storms now moving through Charlotte Harbor, well south of Punta Gorda right now, but for the most part the heavy weather staying to our south. There's where the tornado occurred in northeast Manatee County earlier today, and as far as the damage is concerned, we didn't have any with that. That's good news. And this is the second tornado near Duet this year thus far. We had the big one obviously in January 19th, but again, the funnel cloud is spotted just to the east of that. More than likely, that was the funnel that eventually spawned that tornado right around 7 o'clock, and that was sighted in Hardy County. Most of the storms are over for the time being, and they'll be back tomorrow, I think, a little bit more in intensity, and looks like a little bit more storms as well. We'll explain why coming up in a few minutes. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Tonight, as we learn more about the gunman who went on a shooting rampage against police last Thursday, an emotional candlelight vigil for the 5 officers who lost their lives in the ambush. ABC's Adrian Bankert is in Dallas tonight with the latest.
At a candlelight vigil remembering the 5 slain Dallas officers,
Brent Thompson was my friend. He is a hero.
the community and police side by side.
What it did was galvanized us.
Black Lives Matter! A stark contrast to events around the country. Protests over police killings of 2 black men spark outrage. We are now learning more about the sniper who targeted white officers and, according to authorities, was planning a much larger attack. Investigators say it was in this middle-class neighborhood at a home shared with his mother, where Micah Johnson had a stockpile of bomb-making materials. For the first time, his parents speaking out in an interview with The Blaze.
I don't know what to say to make anything better. I didn't see it coming.
Authorities believe the 25-year-old Army vet fast-tracked his plans to murder police. Dr. Brian Williams was one of the doctors who worked to save their lives.
We have to come together and end all this.
Dallas's police chief says he has a solution.
Serve your communities. Don't be a part of the problem. We're hiring. We're hiring.
And more people have been contacting Dallas police to join the force in the wake of the shootings. Tomorrow, President Obama and the First Lady will come to Dallas to honor the fallen officers. Adrienne Bankert, ABC News, Dallas.
Thank you, Adrienne. The recent shootings of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile by police officers have sparked a wave of anger directed at law enforcement. But here on the Suncoast, the emotions are overwhelmingly love and support. From letters and emails to gifts being given in person, the Suncoast is rallying behind local law enforcement agencies. And those agencies are taking notice.
So many people in our community that are coming out just to thank us and tell us that they support us, and phone calls. I had citizens from Newtown calling saying, we support you, we love the SPD, and it really is heartfelt, and it was so needed to help us with dealing with the tragedy.
People just kind of grabbed me and said, you know, you guys are appreciated, just know that. And that just gives me chills.
Residents have also tied blue ribbons on the pillars in front of the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office to commemorate the fallen officers in Dallas. A community conversation planned by the Sarasota NAACP for Wednesday aims to bridge the gap between police and residents. Chief DePino has also said she will be attending. And protests continue across the country tonight as demonstrations call for justice in the shootings of Sterling and Castile. In Atlanta, you can see a large crowd gathered for a Black Lives Matter protest. Several people there were arrested. And an even larger group in Sacramento, California, marching to the state capitol. Protesters also filling the streets of Philadelphia. The Baton Rouge district attorney, meanwhile, has announced he is recusing himself from the Sterling case. He cited a personal relationship that he had with one of the officers involved. That investigation will continue to be handled by the Justice Department. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office, FBI, FDLE, and Manatee County Animal Services worked together on a major drug bust. The investigation started last October and centered around this man, Robert Tito Reyes. Authorities searched multiple Manatee County locations, finding and seizing a variety of drugs like heroin and cocaine, totaling more than $711,000. Also seized $439,000 in cash and 22 vehicles, 33 firearms, and 42 dogs, many of which the sheriff's office says appears to be malnourished. Reyes has been arrested on multiple drug-related charges, as has his wife, Elizabeth. His sister was also arrested and charged with obtaining a controlled substance by fraud. The investigation is ongoing, and more charges and arrests are possible. More skimming devices are located on the Suncoast. The Northport Police Department worked with the State Department of Agriculture in finding a skimmer at the Mobile Station near Plantation Boulevard and at a Circle K on Bobcat Trail. Police suggest checking your bank statements if you used your credit or debit card at these locations recently. Skimmers, which crooks put on gas pumps and bank ATMs, can steal your financial information. A study that many Suncoast drivers will likely feel is long overdue. Sarasota County and FDOT will be looking into how traffic signals are timed across the country, possibly as soon as next year, with changes as soon as possible coming in 2018. That's according to the Sarasota Herald Tribune. More than 170 lights are included in plans for this review, which would cost roughly $1.8 million. County commissioners will be discussing the study tomorrow. City commissioners will follow suit next Monday. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, how an inmate managed to get hold of a gun and shoot and kill 2 court bailiffs in Michigan. Plus, Pokemon is all the rage, but why this popular app comes with some safety concerns.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits in the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
Bob, we're lucky that that tornado in East Manatee County did not cause any damage.
Right. Usually they don't. They're usually small. This was fairly typical. It lasted for about 5 minutes and it was gone. Thankfully, it didn't cause any damage, no injuries associated with it. And it looks like this is going to be kind of an occurrence as these afternoon storms come in. They can always do it. Almost delayed me from my talk, a hurricane weather
Luckily,
talk today.
It did not.
It did not. Good. And we got a chance to get out there at the Whitfield Ballantine Manor Association meeting, talk weather and hurricanes as lightning safety as well. So a good crowd there. They have a website that kind of shows our videos. Linda Carson just did a place we call home not too long ago. And they really appreciated that.
Very cool.
And I appreciated all the nice questions there and a great turnout for tonight's event. Well, photos of the tornadic activity actually around that area. This was Parrish. Bev sending this one in. Look at that ominous looking sky right there. Yes, indeed, a storm kind of blew up there in East Manatee County. We were on the air right at 7 when that warning came out, showing you where that warning was. And luckily, no damage associated with it as we talked about that. Barbara also getting that shot of a towering cumulonimbus. And this one, too, the sky looks like it's blowing up, and that's what it did. Jeffrey Parker getting us this picture. Actually, his mom sent this in. He took a picture. Casey Key webcam looking off in a different direction, causing looking for a nice sunset tonight to occur, and it did. High-level cirrus clouds kind of moving in and out, and a beautiful sunset it was from the Casey Key webcam. As far as the showers are concerned now, most of the activity winding down, but it's a little bit more active than we've seen over the past week now, and I think that's going to be a trend as a result of a southeasterly wind component now. Big storms have now since moved on to the west. Some showers still lingering, as they can occasionally do, and that's in the Charlotte Harbor right now, but those are weakening over the past hour or so. Eventually, they'll head off into the Gulf and fade away. As I mentioned earlier, we had the big storms in northeast Manatee County and in the central portions of Manatee County. Some impressive rainfall amounts, over an inch, but notice nothing really going on near the coast. And we'll see a better chance, I think, of some coastal showers and storms tomorrow afternoon as we see this high pressure ridge, which will build in from the east, actually, and this will allow us to see that east to southeasterly wind component. When that happens, we get a little bit more moisture in play, and we also get a little bit of a convergence set up with the west coast sea breeze, which we expect to develop. Right now, that east wind is at 10, and the temperature is still very warm. Dew point at 67. That's comfortable. So things a little bit more comfortable around here as the dew point has dropped below 70, which doesn't happen very often. And the high today was 95. That wasn't too comfortable. 97 is the record set back in 2015. This morning's low was above average. No rainfall report for this month thus far. And as far as temperatures go statewide, mid-70s in Jacksonville, upper 70s in Tallahassee, now 85, still warm in Miami, and 80s everywhere with the exception of Punta Gorda and Wauchula tonight. 79 there in Wauchula, 84 in Northport, and 80 in Bradenton. Well, those showers end tonight, and then we'll start out with some sunshine tomorrow. By late morning, early afternoon, there's a chance for a few isolated showers popping up with that west coast sea breeze developing and then pushing inland. And then the storms will gather into central Florida and then have a tendency to work their way toward the coast later in the evening. And a similar condition played out again on Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday. This pattern is going to get back to more normal kind of afternoon and evening thunderstorm patterns for the west coast of Florida, which is a good thing. It has a tendency to cool us off. Not a good thing is tornadoes that broke out across Lickfield, Minnesota tonight and causing some damage there. Big storms associated with a low pressure area. The story is, though, that storm system is now weakened and pushed off to the east. The tornado warning had been around earlier tonight, and that has since moved on. Minneapolis at 86, 82 in Kansas City, 89 in Dallas, much cooler behind that frontal boundary, now over the northern plain states, and 69 now in Boston. For boaters, looks good. Winds out of the southeast, turning to the west at 5 to 10 knots, a light chop. And the water temperature now is steamy. Bath water like 90 degrees. Tides upcoming. The next low tide will be at 1:13 and sunrise at 6:44. Warm and muggy overnight. Again, those evening showers coming to an end out in the Gulf of Mexico. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a little bit better chance to see a few more coastal storms around in the late afternoon and evening. 92 degrees for your high, so still above average. And then summer takes over for the rest of the week and into the weekend with a good chance for mainly afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. 3 people, including 2 court bailiffs, are dead after an inmate managed to get hold of a gun at the Berrien County Courthouse in Michigan. Inmate Larry Darnell Gordon opened fire on 4 people after stealing an officer's gun outside of a holding cell in an apparent attempt to break out of custody. 2 bailiffs, 61-year-old Joseph Zungaro and 63-year-old Ronald Kinzel were killed while a deputy and a bystander were wounded. The suspect took hostages for a short period of time before being shot and killed by officers.
A fight occurred with that inmate on the way to the courtroom, and that inmate was able to disarm one of the officers.
Gordon was at the courthouse today for a hearing on multiple felony charges. The sheriff says authorities had no warning signs that Gordon would be violent. 2 House Republicans are asking the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia to investigate Hillary Clinton and determine whether she lied to Congress under oath. Clinton testified last October that she never sent or received emails marked as classified when she served as Secretary of State. She has also said she only used 1 mobile device for emails and turned over all of her work-related emails to the State Department. FBI Director James Comey said she had multiple devices, and investigators found thousands of work-related emails that had not been turned over. He said 3 of her emails carried classified markings. And a reminder that ABC 7 will have special live coverage for next week's Republican National Convention. We will have a team in Cleveland from the 18th through the 21st, bringing you all of the developments from the RNC. We will also have special coverage of the DNC the following week. The new game Pokemon Go has already proven to be a hit, but police have a couple of safety warnings about the app, which uses your phone and GPS to help you find and catch Pokemon. The Sarasota Police Department posted on social media today urging users not to play while driving or while walking. You know, you can bump into things. You got to be careful. Well, if you were to be caught driving while using this game, police say that would be treated like texting and driving, which is a secondary offense in Florida.
I mean, it's common sense is mostly what it is. You want to be driving staring in your phone. Just like using your cell phone in any given instance, you shouldn't be driving and using your cell phone.
Additionally, there was an incident in Missouri where a group of teens used the app to lure people to a certain location and then robbed them. No incidents like that have been reported here, but police say be careful. 500 new jobs are coming to Orlando and Brevard County by way of a global aerospace company expanding in Florida. Governor Rick Scott made the announcement while attending an air show outside of London. They're getting up to $2.5 million in state and local incentives for this move. The company already employs about 250 people in Melbourne, and the new jobs are expected to be in place by the end of 2020. The Rays make a roster move that some fans have been calling for weeks, while an NBA great announces his retirement. That is next in sports. But first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here is what awaits you tonight.
If you don't vote for Jimmy Kimmel for VP, I will personally give each and every one of you the attitude adjustment that you deserve.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, West Coast Black Theater previews its new summer gospel musical review, plus a crazy new game and food lovers catering in the kitchen. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
Discover the biggest savings of the year on some of America's favorite vehicles during the Drive and Discover event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value, a new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $16,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
We are delighted to have Dr. Kaminsky join our team at the Totola Cancer Center.
I'm a radiation oncologist. I was at the National Institutes of Health, most recently at the Medical College of Georgia, specialized in central nervous system cancers, prostate cancers, and other types. At the Totola Cancer Center, we have a level of technology that is second to none.
He has a great wealth of knowledge and shares the same passion that we have for patient care.
My family and I are happy to be here in Sarasota and excited to treat our patients here at the Totola Cancer Center.
That's Chuck, proud homeowner, regular do-it-yourselfer. Today he's attempting an electrical repair. This is Pablo. He's an electrician with Mr. Sparky. How's he doing, Pablo?
Terrible, Mike.
Yeah. What Chuck doesn't realize is that almost 68,000 home fires are caused every year by electrical problems.
What?
If he doesn't have the proper tools and training, he's liable to start the next one.
Little help here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You might want to write that number down.
Now, sports.
It's All-Star Week in the MLB, so the Rays have 4 days to rest up and figure out some way to salvage the season. That's, of course, easier said than done when you're having a 25-game stretch like they are. They are 3-22 in their last 25 games, worst in franchise history, and 20 games under 500 at the break. They're in the bottom 5 of the entire league in runs scored and in the bottom 6 in ERA. The Rays pick up the second half of the season Friday night against the Orioles. One target of fans' frustration so far this season, Hank Conger. The catcher has been sent down to AAA Durham after batting .194 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. The other Rays backstop hasn't been doing much better. Curt Casali has 6 homers and 18 runs batted in, but is hitting just .169. The team has yet to announce who will join the big league squad in Conger's place. Could it be Kevin Kiermaier? If all goes well, the Gold Glove winner could rejoin the team as early as Friday. The outfielder has been out since late May after breaking his left hand. At the time, the team said he was expected to be sidelined for 8 to 10 weeks. Kiermaier took the field in Port Charlotte today for some in-game action. The MLB All-Star Week festivities in San Diego kicked off tonight with the Home Run Derby. Giancarlo Stanton of the Miami Marlins came away with this year's title, beating the defending champ Todd Frazier of the Chicago White Sox. Stanton hit a record 61 homers in 3 rounds at Petco Park, including one estimated at 497 feet. Wow. One of the best men to ever play the game is calling it a career. Tim Duncan announced his retirement today after 19 seasons with the San Antonio Spurs. He won 5 championships, 2 MVP awards, and made 15 All-Star appearances.
I'm obviously shocked. I guess we knew it was going to happen eventually, but you just don't want to accept it.
He is such a wonderful model for everyone to follow, not just kids, but everybody. I just love him, and I'm sad.
San Antonio selected Duncan with the #1 overall pick in the 1997 NBA draft. He was part of a Spurs team that was a sports dynasty, maintaining success season after season. The 40-year-old finishes his career 14th in all-time scoring and 6th in rebounds. Congrats to him. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
The all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC 7.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
How you eat your broccoli? Oh. Eric!
Hopefully the kids are asleep because this is not the way to eat your veggies. Eric the cockatoo is none too pleased with the broccoli that his owner is trying to feed him. Though later in the video he does come around to it. He starts to nibble on the nutritious snack. The owner says on YouTube that Eric truly does like broccoli, perhaps just not while being filmed. He likes to eat his broccoli in, you know, peace and solitude. He also obviously just has a little bit of an attitude problem.
That is funny though.
I love it. It's hilarious. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
You like broccoli, don't you?